Hello, good morning. Welcome to the lecture on the play The Rising of the Moon by Lady Gregory. This is the second lecture for the play. It is prescribed in the unit on drama in the course Introduction to Literature for first year BA English. So in this drama, in the first lecture, the story, the plot of the play was discussed. The plot of the play was explained in detail. In today's lecture, the topic is on the thematic discussion in the play. So the plot, which is the one-act play, The Rising of the Moon, is restricted to the characters of Jimmy Walsh and the sergeant. Whereas the sergeant, he sends his juniors for searching the criminal throughout the coastal town, and it is at that point of time that the conversation in the play starts. So the play occurs in the Irish sea coast, and largely the conversation which forms the pivotal point in the play, it is the conversation between the two characters, Jimmy Walsh and the sergeant. Jimmy Walsh, he carries his songs with him. He sings about his pleasant childhood songs which he had learnt in England, and the songs are about the good times which he had experienced in England. And along with his childhood songs, he also brings about a song about the oppressed woman Granville. Now, having said that, this single act play, the one act play of The Rising of the Moon, which is set in the seashore, which is set in the shore of the Irish coast, carries a pivotal message about two individuals who happen to meet at a juncture where they forget themselves for a while, or they step out of their professional, they step out of their they step out of their concrete identity for a moment, and they have a joyous conversation about the songs which they had experienced in their childhood. So the themes which had already been discussed in my previous lecture: patriotism, the sense of duty, search and friendship. Now, while going deep into these thematic discussion, it is very much important to note that the seashore plays a significant role in the movement of the plot. The seashore in the play carries the wavy action in the seashore, carries the memories from England to Ireland and the vast spread of the ocean. It reminds both the individuals their pleasant childhood memories, and it also constantly reminds them about the call of duty which is right at their back, and which they want to step out for a moment, which they want to come out for a moment for a pleasant conversation. The seashore and the wavy action plays a good role, or plays the role of the up and down in the play. It portrays the rise and fall of the emotion of the characters. One minute they are happy that they get to talk about their childhood. The next moment they are sad that the present that they are facing is not so pleasant as their memories which they had experienced in England in childhood. So I continue with the thematic discussion in the play The Rising of the Moon, in which the character's childhood memory is filled with the pleasant songs that they had learnt. And childhood memory plays an important role in both these characters. They are very happy to talk about the songs which they had learnt in their when they were children. But when the present time is compared to what they had experienced in the past, it is not they are not satisfied, or they are still searching. They are searching for what makes them happy in the present. They are searching, they are trying, and they are searching for themselves. They want to put an end to what is making them unhappy. The call of the duty on the one side, and the urge to discuss about, the bent to discuss about the pleasant childhood memories on the other side. It plays a backdrop for the scene, and both these characters, they go between these two states of mind to talk about, to pass from the present and bring the happiness from the past into the present. So identity for these two characters in the scene, in the on-act play, is a tripartite identity. So the first is the identity as a child, and the next is their identity as a professional, and the third one is their identity as a national, a citizen of Ireland, but having their childhood memories placed in England. So with these tripartite identity spread, these two characters, they talk about the moment of hardship in which the sergeant needs to pin down, needs to point out this criminal. The sergeant at last could not fulfill his duty, gives his best, or allows the criminal to take away his best because of his attachment, his personal attachment with the singer as an Irish national. The commonality between these two characters are their songs and the pleasant attachment with England. But they diverge when they come to the call of the duty. The criminal who masks himself as a singer, he only hides his identity and brings the sergeant into a conversation. Whereas the sergeant, fully conscious of his duty, fully attending to his duty, he takes a decision which compromises, which has the potential to compromise his position. So with the drift of identity, with the rift in their identity, they part ways, leaving the drama to an open end, leaving the drama to an open end where the reader is left to conclude that the criminal would have fulfilled his job, the singer would have fulfilled his task of serving the oppressed for whom he is singing the song. Whereas the sergeant, though he has not fulfilled his duty of arresting his criminal, arresting the criminal on whose face is on the poster, he has a sense of happiness because his little conversation, because of his little conversation with a singer who has carried the memory to the Irish shore. Thank you.